mobility, conceptions, and positions. So mobility is super important, like motor coordination, mechanics, and then it comes to the conceptions, the information, the basic, the protocols, and so how to actually strategy and yourself, and then manage it, the information, and understand the easier, the short way of doing things. And so the concepts are very important. And then it comes to the positions, the drill gets the position. But before getting into the positions, you must know, you must have motor coordination, ability of movements, how to be mobile, how to move it accordingly into this sport. Each sport requires you design. So this little exercise, little tips and stuff is gonna make you to understand a little bit further. So let's go to half guard. Yeah. First, to begin with a half guard, she wants to lock a triangle, and then she's lying down, and on her toes, nice, alive. She's gonna be needed to use this all the time, this system all the time. So we're gonna go very basic here to you to understand. Not grips on the torso, just footwork, just leg work. Yeah. So first of all, here she wants to be as sideways as possible. She wants to have a very good lock to make sure that I don't pop my knee out. I don't bring my leg out and get out, because she's in a half guard. We start off in a full and then she goes to half, which is a very common position. So what I want you to do here naturally, yeah, is to take my knee out. So pull my leg out. If I try to pull my leg out, as soon as I put my knee out, so I need to put my toes and where my knee is. As soon as I put my leg, my foot, where my knee is gonna come out, and she's gonna use her foot to hook my foot. So I'm using my hand here just as a base, could be anywhere. So just a kind of example here. I'm gonna bring my leg, and she has to hook it straight away. When she hooked, so she's got good control of my leg, we're gonna just do a simple basic replacement. She's gonna straight the leg and lock again. So now once again, I'm gonna use my hand and a hip just to block, as a support to block in order to me to bring the knee up. And then she opens and she gets my movement, and straight away she locked. So from this position here, from this type of locking guard, she could develop other things, but you're not going further there. So you're gonna go to basic to understand how to go back and forth, regain guard. So she stretches, and you keep it nice and stretch, but straight away when she stretches, the bottom one's gonna bend, and she's gonna lock the leg. So then I do the movement again, and she locks, she stretches. At this time when she stretches, she keeps stretching. But now, rather than she come back to half guard, she's gonna be bringing the top leg and the foot, she's gonna hook under my knee. She's gonna open it and hook it now. Now, if I try to bring my knee, actually, I'm gonna give a lot to her. She can hook my knee underneath as I lift my leg. So she's got a different guard. She's got a hook guard now. She can sweep me from there. Hook, stretch, and come back to just half guard, as you did previously. She's locking, nice and live, sideways. So I do the same. She hook, and she stretch. At this time, she hook under my knee. That's it. That's a very important hook. You must have this hook in a half guard. If you don't have this hook, if you keep playing full guard or Z guard, and then you use this hook, and then you are missing massively. This is a part of the game, as such as the foot and the hip to control too. So you're gonna be using your toes and on the hip bone. So you're gonna be using this, you're gonna be using that. You're gonna be using full, and you're gonna be using, let it go, the shin ton shoe. So this the basic movements that you're gonna use with your leg in order to play your half guard. So you're gonna there, you're gonna full, close, come back, and the hip. This I like a lot too. I like this one foot in the hip, and I like inside a lot. As the other half guards, I like too, but I play differently, different games. So each kind of guard you have like this variety of games in, you know, conceptions, positions, mobilities. So once again, I want to bring, so we're gonna go for the next one. The next one, I wanna flat her. She doesn't wanna be flat. Every time I push her, she keeps on the side. She keeps pushing towards me. I try to push her, flat her, and she's not allowed to. She's creating a frame using her arms. And then what she's looking for is to block my arm, or she can block the biceps and block the shoulder. She can be like very controlling, not allowing my left arm to control her neck. She doesn't want it. It's gonna be a kind of battle here. If I pummel, she's gonna pummel again. She's never gonna allow me to let me grab her neck. The same here. I wanna pummel and I try to hug. I wanna pummel, she's not gonna allow me. She's gonna be kind of pummeling, not allowing me to conquer her torso. I wanna get the torso. I wanna be pummeling, and she keeps always sideways. So I need to put her flat, because if she's sideways again, so close the legs. So now go to your shoulder, your elbow in, and go to your knee. But keep it there. Go to your knee, go to your knee. Keep going. Keep twisting. Yeah. So when you do that, and dragging my knee out, pull you with the legs. Yeah, go drag like this. So I kind of lose balance here. If you use your hip to push your hip, I'm gonna drop on my bump on the side. Go push your hip forward and then drop. So it's a sweep. Come back again. Go to the half guard. Running around. Lock your legs. That's it. So her game here is to be sideways and not allowing me to push her flat. By pushing her flat, she loses lever, and then she loses the opportunity lever in general. So that movement that going to the knee, she could promote more lever and movement to go to my back and to do many things. Yeah, from there to attack my arms. So what I want to do, I want to bring my knee, my left knee, closer to her hip, and then my right knee is gonna drive out. So I'm gonna put in my hands all on the top and the body, or on the ground. This is nothing to do with the toes. It's just showing footwork. So I'm gonna bring my knee and drive the other one. So I flat her. So when you flat, the gap here is slightly wider. So it's kind of easier for me now to bring the leg, and it's gonna be harder for her to hook my machine. If she was sideways, if I tried to put my toes and lift it up, she wouldn't be able to catch my shin. But when I flatten her and lock the hip, and I try to, so she comes, it's gonna be easy for me to now pass. I go to the other side completely. No. Yes. Close. So what I want to do, I want to bring my knee close to her hip and drive the other knee to the other side. Flat. So I want to make sure she's flat. What she's going to do to avoid that, she's going to block and hip escape. So she's going to hip escape to be in that position. It's again, I'm going to flat, she come back. Flat, come back. I push her, hip escape. So I'm going to go footwork. A little bit slower. Footwork, flat, go hip escape. She never allowed me to flatten her hip on the ground. She's always on the side. So slowly, knee, other knee. When she gets flat, she hip escape. She pushes the hip again. Even if I put weight, that's what I want. So she has to frame and push her hip again. Go again, flat, and she hip escape. Always protecting your half guard. Never allowed, because that's the beginning. If I flat over here, and I'm in this position, it's going to be easier for me to control the torso. Even though she doesn't allow me to control the neck, she keeps battling here. But the way I am, my weight is on the top of her body. I'm not counting the difference between us. I'm heavy, I'm not saying that. But in general, I'm going to be at the top. On the body, put it with the weight, it's going to be difficult to breathe. and it's gonna be kind of starting getting easier. So I can use my other knee to bring it closer, to block the hip movement. So I eventually here, in this situation, if you keep pushing, I can open the knee, drive, and stop the knee, and then now I can gain the torso, and then start going for my pass. So when you get the torso, and then I'm gonna put all the pressure going up, and the knee and cross pass. So you're not doing the pass, we're doing the conceptions of basic half guard. So let's go again. Let's see the hook on the back. So if I block, she's sideways, she's got her frames, I bring in my foot, she's gonna hook straight away. But if you don't have flexibility, so go back again, she's got flexibility, woman normally has much more than man. And then so normally what I'm gonna do here, when I bring in my foot, she has, if she doesn't have flexibility, she has to turn a little bit, just tilt a little bit more her hip out, and she's gonna gain amplitude. She's gonna gain space and range to use her foot to underhook my machine, my foot. She hip escape a little bit. See hip escape, come back once again. So when you feel me pulling my leg, so automatically you're gonna use your foot and tilt your hip, so your hip is gonna go up and that's gonna go a little bit backwards. So that's move, yeah, that's it. And so when I bring you have much more angle. Now we're gonna stretch, push, lock straight away, boom, you come back to the game. So and then again, she had the flexibility, she doesn't have hip escape when I bring. And we bring hip escape, and then have much better angle. Stretch the leg using the X. So now under hook, under my knee, hook under my knee, and then bring it to you. Bring your elbows to you to be closer to you. So in this position here, when you are hooking, you cannot lose the range. If you're controlling my knee cannot be, but your leg has to be close to your hip. If your leg is far from your hip, you start losing power in your leg. So basically, if your hook is here, it's gonna be harder to you to keep it too long. You're gonna lose power. So as soon as you have a hook, you have to bring it close to your hip. So that's the lever you're gonna get. So if you far, so you're losing. As soon as you are far, or you have to bring your body into it, or you have to bring the pass by bringing the torso, by bringing the legs into the angle that you're gonna be stronger.